Okay, so in my most recent live event that I did, my live stream thing, I was talking about guns that you regret selling or buying. And it was very interesting reading through everyone's comments. And you can sort of break everything down. People largely had three main reasons why they regretted buying or selling a gun, right? And here they are. So, number one, people would regret their purchase on the purchase, and it wasn't worth them what they paid for it, right? So they would be disappointed and they would regret it for that reason. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, people seem to have a sentimental attachment to some of their rifles, and they would regret getting rid of their rifles because it had a strong sentimental purpose for them, like it was given to them by a family member, or it was one of their first guns, or whatever, right? The third and final reason why people regretted selling their guns was because they actually sold a really good gun. And that brings me on to the title of this video, which is Gun Acquisition Syndrome, or GAS. Now, this is a term that I've stolen from the guitar world. Now, in the guitar world, what guitarists are very guilty of doing is seeing a guitar. Hello, Wayne. They're guilty of seeing a guitar and thinking, hey, I really want that guitar. But the truth is, the guitar doesn't do anything beneficial for them. It's not better than one that they currently own. And I think that there was a strong hint of that in some of the comments from my most recent live stream. So people would say, I wish I didn't sell this gun because I could not better it, right? And now that is gas. You're gassing for another gun. Gun acquisition syndroming for a new gun, when the reality is you don't really need it. So we can get very intrigued and seduced by new things. But the reality is, the truth of the matter is, we don't really need them. If you have a gun that works for you, that does the job that you need it to do, you don't need to buy another one necessarily. If you're able to afford it and it's not being detrimental to your life, go ahead. But from my reading of your comments, I got a strong feel that for several of you, one of the reasons why you regretted selling a gun was because you were looking for something better. And that something better actually doesn't exist. I'd like to hear your thoughts and opinions on this. This is a slightly longer video than the last one that I made. So if you're happy to, do you think there's any truth in my idea here? Or do you disagree with me entirely? It's absolutely fine if you do. It'd be really nice to hear your thoughts and opinions on this. And I'll leave it for another day. So, gun acquisition syndrome. Is it real? Have you ever suffered from it? Have you ever seen it in other people? Do you think that I'm silly for even suggesting this? Thank you, Paul and Wayne. That was extremely funny. 14 air rifles. Your house must look like, you know, the film The Matrix, where they say that I need guns, lots of guns, and all those racks of guns turn up. That must be a little bit like your house. But it's great if you have a collection of 14 guns, and you do need some quick money, and there's ones that you can sell for what you paid for them, or even maybe possibly make some money on. You know, fair play to you. That's a sensible move. I think that's a good idea. I am not like that with guns. I've been lucky, very lucky, in as much as I've had lots of opportunities to try a massive variety of new guns from my work with Crackshot. But these aren't guns that I've owned myself. They're all in the workshop. My wife won't allow them in the house. Yes, okay. I understand that, yeah. That would be crazy. But I have an 510 buying an FX Crown Mark II. Joe, well then that's great. If you're buying, if you enjoy them, and I didn't actually talk about this, if you're enjoying the stuff that you do, really, it's no biggie, right? Enjoyment and having hobbies and doing stuff that you enjoy is the reason why we are, one of the reasons why we're here. I have said this a lot, and it's a point that I will. So why Mark 1 Ultra? The Ultra Mark 1 BSA Ultra. So yeah, BSA guns. I just saw today that they have an R12 coming out, which looks interesting. But again, for me, it's not a gun that I think that I need. Right? It's not really a gun that I want either. I'd love to try one and review one for the channel, but I'm not going to be pining over one and getting one because it's not an improvement on what I already have. And as I said in the last live video, my Red Wolf is still the pinnacle for me, and I'm yet to see a gun or use a gun that eclipses it or surpasses it in terms of how good it is. I think the Air Arms guns come close, and I'm really grateful for the opportunities that I've had to use some of those guns, but they only come close. They're not better by any stretch. Anyway, I'm about to play squash. I will see you all soon, and it was really, really good fun listening to all of your responses to the last video. So please, if you see this one, give me your thoughts and comments on this made up thing, gear acquisition syndrome. I still can't say acquisition properly. I did it well then. And I'll see you all soon, okay? Wayne, I will leave it there, and I do agree with you. The Red Wolf is the dog's doodahs. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.